Hey guys, Razorblade Apple Films here. Today I wanted to show you the new Domino that I just got in red carbon fiber. Now before this version came out, there was a blue carbon fiber Domino. And I really liked that one, thought it looked nice. And at the time I didn't have the money to afford a Domino, because it's like over $200 knife. I think it's just over $200. And I thought that blue carbon fiber looked nice. I saw it on Blade HQ for like a couple of months, and then it was out of stock, and there never was one again. And yeah, but then I ended up breaking down and getting a Domino a couple of months ago, and I did do another review on it, a full review. Go check that one out if you haven't seen it. And you know, this review is going to be more not really a review, just basically just showing this red carbon fiber. But yeah, in my mind I was like, you know what would be really cool is if they came out with a red carbon fiber Domino. That would look really nice. And that's exactly what they did. They came out with a red one. So as soon as that happened, as soon as I saw this model, and I saw it on eBay first, I didn't see it on Blade HQ, and I kind of like regularly monitor that website, just like looking at all the new knives. And I saw this on eBay because I was looking up custom scales for the Domino, because I was thinking about replacing the regular kind of Victorian carpet pattern that comes with it. And I saw this version, I was like, oh my god, I have to get this. This is exactly what I wanted. So put mine on eBay that night and bought this one. And yes, I'm really glad I did. I'm glad I have this version now. I'm not going to be selling this, which I probably wouldn't have sold my other Domino if this version hadn't came out. I probably would have gotten a new scale though. But god, this looks so nice. Yeah, words can't describe it. I don't even think it shows up well on video, but it's got like this really shiny pattern. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like a red ribbon. It's just really shiny. These little white, you know, detailing, the little white kind of contrast the red and black. It just looks really nice. Looks kind of sinister too. Looks kind of like an evil knife. But yeah, basically I just wanted to show this off. I mean, it's got the exact same features as the other Domino. Titanium handle. I really like this Parkerized pocket clip, though I wish it was a little bit deeper. I do like this pocket clip though. Yeah, that's stone-washed titanium. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but it is made in Taiwan. Really excellent fit and finish. Frame lock, that's about how it, yeah, that's the lockup. Pretty much the same as my other one. Not going to spine whack it, but I mean, I showed it in my other Domino video. Frame lock on these knives hold up well. Came really sharp from the factory, and I'll show that in a second. But the edges actually feel a little bit more rounded off. They're not as sharp as the original. And I know a lot of Spyderco knives that come from Taiwan do have kind of sharp edges. Some people complain about that. I don't really mind that, but they have fixed that on this version. They are a little bit more round. The Spyderco is, I mean, the whole does have a little bit of sharp edges, but I don't mind that. It kind of helps you get a grip on it, flick the knife out. It is running on ball bearings just like the other one. I don't know if I mentioned it does still have CTX XHP steel. Some people probably might be disappointed by that. They might have wanted a better exclusive steel, you know, now that you're getting a different handle, but I don't really mind that. I mean, I was liking the CTS XHP steel on my Domino, so I don't really mind that. I think that's a pretty premium steel anyway. No real need to change that. And I'm not the best sharpener ever. I use the Spyderco Sharp Maker, and you know, I'll always take a steel that's easier to sharpen than some crazy, you know, S110V steel, even though I do have one of those knives. But yeah, S30V, CTS XHP, you know, those steels are just good, just fine in my opinion. So yeah, the knife is really smooth. The flipper works really well. Let me pull my camera up a little bit so I don't hit this table. You can light switch it. Get on this side of the camera. And you can kind of, I mean, you can push button it, that's what I meant to say. I can do that better with my left hand, and then you can light switch it. And there is what the knife looks like, fully opened. Red carbon fiber just looks so nice. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted the knife. Like, I pictured this knife in my mind. I was like, I wish they made this. Yeah, and they came out with it, so this is going to be like one of my favorite knives. I kind of always flip-flop between the Spyderco Sage and the Domino and which one I like better. You know, kind of some days I prefer the Sage, some days I prefer the Domino, but I gotta admit, with this handle, I think this Domino is a much better knife than the Spyderco Sage. Blade centering's perfect. Still has those silver standoffs. You know, like I said, it's still really smooth. Can be flicked open really nicely. You can middle finger flick it with your thumb. So it is really smooth. It actually feels a little bit just better made than my other one. I mean, the corners are a little bit more rounded off. Flipper is a little bit smoother. Detent feels a little stronger. I mean, I don't know. It just feels like they put a little bit more time into it. Maybe they did, but I don't know. I would definitely recommend you get one if you can find them. I don't know if it's sold out of stock now, but you know, I've been liking this one. I haven't used it yet, though. I just got it today. So, like I said, this isn't a review. You can go back and watch my other Spyderco Domino review that I did like a couple months ago, if you want to see a full review of this knife. But yeah, I just wanted to show off that red carbon fiber. It looks really nice. By the way, the ergonomics are great. I mean, in a little bit more of a relaxed grip, it doesn't really matter. But if you are really just bearing down on the knife, it feels really nice. Feels good in a reverse grip too. Not that this is really a tactical knife, but this carbon fiber is a lot more grippy than the other one. The other one's like really smooth, and this one actually feels pretty grippy. Almost feels like a fine G10. But yeah. Here's a quick sharpness test, just to show how the out-of-the-box sharpness is. Like I said, I haven't used this knife or anything yet. Just look at that carbon fiber. Ugh. But yeah, here's how sharp it is. You know, pretty much expected from Spyderco. Makes really nice, clean cuts, push cuts. Do kind of a slice. And yeah, I don't have the original to compare it to, so sorry about that, but I am going to show a little size comparisons. So let's do that right now. Alright, so here's the Spyderco Domino. We'll put that right in the middle. Compared to a couple of other Spydercos that I've got, my favorites. Here is the Spyderco Sage. Like I said, very comparable knives. Still don't really know which one I lean towards, but they're both great knives. You can't go wrong with either one. This one is a liner lock and it's a little bit smaller. Different colored carbon fiber. You know, S30V steel. Like I said, still a comparable knife, but they are different enough to where you could have both of them and not regret it. I do really love both of those knives. Here's the all-time favorite, Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Everyone knows this knife, loves it. Compression lock, very smooth, and S30V. I didn't bring my Delica out with me, but I didn't really think it was very comparable. But here they are, 3 perfect Spydercos. Definitely not going to be my last ones. I'm already looking at that Gale Bradley 2, thinking about getting it, but they're out of stock everywhere. Definitely going to be getting the Sage 5 with the compression lock like the Paramilitary 2. I think that's going to be a really good knife. There's some other Spydercos I'm thinking about getting. I actually did sell my Mannix 2 in the blue G10 with the S110V steel. There was nothing wrong with that knife, but it wasn't a knife that I carried a lot, and I just liked these so much better that I just went ahead and sold it and thought I would get something that I knew I was going to love and keep, and you know, I don't know. I just thought someone else would appreciate it more, maybe. So I did sell my S110V Mannix. But that's not to say it wasn't a good knife. I would still highly recommend it if you liked it. And I did love the blade shape. It was very functional when actually, you know, cutting a bunch of stuff. But, so there's that. And just real fast, here's a little bit more of a budget knife to compare it to. Also one of my all-time favorites. The only thing that I don't have on the table is the 940, and that's also my other The Benchmade 940 is my other all-time favorite. And this is one of my favorite cheaper knives. This is around $50. It is a Kershaw Skyline with the black wash finish. Great flipper, great steel. It just looks really nice. So let's move this out of the way. So here it is compared to that. Skyline looks like it has a little bit more blade length, actually, or cutting edge. But when you line them up handle to handle, they're about the exact same size. It's kind of hard to get them straight. As a quick overview of the Spyderco Domino, I've only got 2 minutes left on my camera, so I should probably wrap this up. Definitely recommend you get one. It is worth the money. By the way, it's only a little bit more money than the actual standard model. I think it's around $220. And I think that's a deal because I just love the look of this knife. So thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed it.